Hi, I'm Carmen, and welcome to a Yarn Stories podcast.
Hi, I'm Susan, and welcome.
Yes, we are back from Seattle.
Yes.
And from the West Coast, and you are back from a Canadian road trip.
Yeah, it's great.
And we have been knitting away.
We have been, yes.
We have been chatting with the yarny people. It's been great.
It's been fantastic meeting all our customers. Thank you everyone for coming to see us at the booth at Flock. It was great. It was good to see everyone and catch up.
Yeah, so we just thought we'd do a little episode to show you, well, what we're wearing. I'm not really wearing any knitwear. What we're working on. What Susan's finished, let's be honest.
Long flights.
What's coming up
long flights.
And a very long drive.
And a very long drive.
Yeah. And then
a week in a camper van. Lots of knitting time.
Yes. So yeah, we're just grab a cup of tea or a glass of wine or whatever, and strap in. We're gonna chat about our knitting. So I don't actually have any knitwear on today because I only have one piece of summer knitwear, and I wore it on the last episode. So what are you wearing?
So I thought I'd wear it today.
Yeah.
I'm wearing my Sailor Swift that I knit at the beginning of the summer, influenced by Carmen. Held knitting for Olive Double in blue, one of the blues.
Which of the blues?
Many blues.
Poppy blue.
Poppy blue, the one that sold out.
Yeah.
And
blood orange.
Blood orange, yeah. That is really orange, but it goes well with the blue and makes it sort of red. So yeah, worn it to death. Blocked. I've had to wash it a few times in my soak, and it comes out really nicely. Dries in 5 seconds in this weather that we've been having. A little cooler today, a little jacket on, but it's been my summer staple from start to finish.
Yes, and it's basically been the team uniform. I think Haley and I talked about that last time. We both had it on last episode.
Yeah.
You've got the one, Amanda's got one. Helen did not make one, but that's okay.
And I'll be making another one because I've got plenty of yarn stashed for another color or a similar type of thing. Maybe not exactly the same pattern, but a sleeveless.
Yeah, I might just make another one of those. I love a stripe. It fits me well.
Yeah, the stripe is great.
Probably won't start that until into the new year.
Yes.
Because I got plenty of other whips on the go.
Could be a good travel project though.
Could be a good travel project.
There's traveling on the horizon, which
we have traveling on the horizon. We've just come from a meeting too where we're planning into 2027.
Yay! Lots going on around here.
Yeah. But it's great.
Yeah.
It's great.
It's really exciting. Really exciting. Everything planned. Everything coming.
Well, yes.
All the knitting, all the patterns, all the yarn.
Yes, so much yarn. Actually, we can't see the new labels behind us. We did announce those in the last episode.
Okay.
I'll grab a couple down maybe in a minute.
Okay.
So everything is relabeled in the shop, and our new logo is getting rolled out across things. There's a lot of places digitally that it needs to get rolled out.
Yes, and physically, shop front, signs.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're on it.
I delegated that to Susan.
Shop front. Looking for a painter, so if you know anyone.
If you know anyone in Bath. Can paint a shop front.
Anyway, we'll get it done. Get it done. Yeah.
Well, do you want to show us what you finished?
What I finished.
On your travels.
So
where you've been?
Well, I have been, because Seattle was the end, I planned from before that because we had to be back on the 14th for my daughter's A-level results, which she did manage, by the way.
She did really well.
Yay!
Where is she going to university, Susan?
I won't, and to embarrass me, but a proud mum, she's going to Oxford in October. She got her results in the system that it is here, and she's going. So we're all very excited.
Yes, it's very exciting.
We're very excited. And so we went to Canada, flew to Montreal, didn't go to Montreal, but went to Ontario where my brother lives. Had a few days there catching up with family and meeting new great nieces and connecting with nephews and nieces that I hadn't seen for a long time. And then to Ottawa to see my sister. Then we flew to Calgary.
Nice.
Arrived in a thunderstorm late at night. eventually got our camper van the next day. That's a whole nother story.
I don't think you've told me that story.
No, I haven't told you that story because we're trying to forget about that story.
Oh, okay. I feel like I'm hoping Max puts up a little map of how far those things are.
Long way. So we wanted to show my daughter Isla how big Canada actually is, because she hasn't really been there in her memory. Well, she has, but she was quite small. So then we drove from Calgary to Vancouver, which was a very popular trip this summer. I know several people that did it this year, and a lot of people that I don't know that did it, because there was a lot of camper vans on the road. But it's a great trip. The parks were free, so the parks were full. So people, so a bit busier than I remember from 30 odd years ago. However, the journey was great. We had a sort of small camper van, not a big RV.
Okay.
We didn't go for the RV because it's a bit unwieldy to drive. So we just had a van, a little Winnebago van. Slept the three of us really comfortably. Started in Banff, day in Banff. Then we drove up through the park to Jasper, did some hikes, stopped at Lake Louise. Did a few things in the parks there. And then we drove the back road. Oh, then we went to Vernon, met Alison in Vernon. Hi, Alison. And had a nice meal with her and her family. Our families met finally, which was really nice. And then from Vernon, we drove in the back roads to Whistler, which was amazing. Oh. Stopping and swimming in lakes and mountains.
You were posting some lovely photos.
It was gorgeous. And that's a little known route, but it's paved now. The last time I did it was gravel. A few hundred years ago. Stopped off in Whistler, met friends, then down to Vancouver, friends and family, a few days, and then over to Victoria, took the ferry to Seattle.
Yes. So and that's where we met up.
James puts the road trip up. It's quite a long way. The whole thing took about 7 or 8 days, the Calgary to Vancouver trip, with even still had 8-hour drives.
Yeah.
So lots of knitting time because I didn't have to drive
really do
very much. I did some driving. I did do some driving. It was fine. But funnily enough, I was driving in the cities. Like, how did that happen? But anyway, there we are. So lots of knitting time. So on the plane, I cast on my Ooey Gooey.
It's so good,
guys. By Andrea Mowry. And influenced by one of the spinsters, Rachel, I decided that I would also do a cardigan.
It's really cute.
But if I felt a little bit out of my comfort zone because I was not in touch, time zone, whatever, with Amanda, who's my go-to knitter of all things, advisor on all things knit. So I was a bit out there in my own time zone. And so I put a steek in from the get-go, and I have a cardigan, which I'm very happy with.
It's super pretty.
It's in Opus hickory.
Yep. I'll just go closer to the camera.
Closer to the camera.
So deep chocolate brown for
with
the mane.
Next level.
And dyed in the wool.
Dyed in the wool. And a few spare hairs. And my mods were, I also put the colour work in at the bottom.
Ah, yes. I think that's turned out really well.
And basically just copied what Rachel did.
Yeah.
Found the cutest buttons at Flock.
They're really cute. They fit perfectly.
From the vintage button lady, who was amazing.
She will be sewing those on. If you can see the bulb pins holding them on. She just finished this morning.
But I love a bulb pin.
They are very practical.
They're amazing for all your knits. And your buttonholes, everything. And I did a tubular cast on, tubular cast off. It is now my favorite thing in the whole world. I used to hate it. But now
you love it.
It's rhythmic and it's relaxing and I know what I'm doing.
Amazing.
And I purl the knit, knit the purl, knit the knits, knit, purl the pearls.
It's all about practice.
It's just practice and learning new things.
Yeah.
My brain likes to learn new things. It's a good thing. So yeah, tubular cast on, tubular cast off. Got a secret. Go down a needle size when you start and you finish, and it's you don't get any bulging, or I don't, because I'm known for my loose ribbing around here. So that solved that problem. Just taking the time to work it out. So very happy with that. That'll be the autumn staple.
And what did you do for the welts? Because there was some discussion online about the welts.
The welts and the steek. What I did for the welts on the steek was I welted to the steek, then I didn't welt, and I didn't do as many rows on the in-between on the steek as the welts were. So the welts are 5 or 7 stitches each, plus an in-between. So you just don't carry the yarn, the colour over for the steek.
Yeah.
And then you end up with 5 rows or something, which works. I worked that out a bit later. So I got a little bit of a pleat there, but I'm going to put a ribbon on and
no one will
know. But I worked it out for the bottom welt steek and it's fine.
Yeah.
So it was a solution that just don't welt the welts on the steek. Just knit some of the rows, not all the rows, because you don't have to make the steek all those rows.
Yeah.
So welts were a new thing. Never done a welt before.
They're very neat. You've done them very well.
They're great, easy, because you welt with the spin cycle. It's very neat.
Okay. Yeah.
It's very, very neat. You welt the opus with the spin cycle.
Right, so you can see what you're doing.
So you can see what you're doing. Yeah.
Nice.
And it's tiny bit of curation just on the sleeves to get them pretty lined up. But not enough curation to go lots of little tiny balls of spin cycle
it looks
everywhere.
Wonderful. And as with every spin cycle project, you sent the first photo and it was all the orange at the neck. And I think you were like, is this right? And I was like, keep going, it'll be fine. And then you got into the blues.
Yeah, that was intentional. I wanted the orange at the neck.
I know, but when it was just the orange, you were like, did I make the right choice?
Yeah, and it was also because I did do fewer ribbing on the neck, because we all looked at the pattern and thought it's
very high neck.
It's quite a high neck, so I did cut down the ribbing before I did the increases which are in the ribbing.
Okay.
Interesting. So yeah, that all worked out. It all worked out. So that was my van trip, Canada, America trip done. Before I left, I cast off my Zephyr tee by Samantha Guerin, which is in fluff.
Yep.
English Rose.
It's very pretty.
Which, if you're at Flock, you saw me wearing it, because it's
were.
kind of the only thing I had. And in spite of the warmth, it was cool in the show. It was fine. I was fine. I only got hot when they turned the aircon off.
Yeah.
But in between, like the morning, cool in the morning, cool in the evening. Yep. So it was a perfect sweater for the top for that climate and for
this is
climate.
One that you nearly gave up on several times, though.
I'm not a cable knitter, but I like them now more than I did.
You did struggle with the cables a little bit, and you weren't sure of the split hem and the instructions, but they were easy once you got to them. They made sense.
She writes a brilliant pattern.
Yeah.
Lots of new things on this pattern for me. However, I followed it exactly to what she said, and she is got a really good detail. I can't wait to do another one. I've got one in mind, hopefully in time for Woolen Affair and Rhinebeck. Got a plan. What she does, which was so interesting and amazing, is that the ribbing, so everyone came up to me, the neckline.
Yeah.
So what she did in the pattern was go down, this is where I got go down a needle size, it's not my idea. She does go down a needle size partway at the ribbing. So then your neckline just lies flat on the body, and the same on the sleeves, different sizes. Lots of different needles in the pattern, but if you've got the interchangeable Forte set, you're good. Good to go. And you just change them out, and did a bigger needle for the sleeves, smaller needle on the ribbing, change up the needle size on the neckline. So you're thinking, why do I have all that? But man, does it makes sense. It makes a lot of sense, and you get a beautiful finish in the end. And
I've done one project like that. My plum sweater was also like 5 different needle sizes. It was top down.
Yes.
And I was like, I don't get it, but it worked out beautifully.
Yeah.
I think the other thing for me, having watched you knit this, because it's top down, but you put the collar on at the end.
Yes.
Is this looked like it was going to be 8 sizes too big.
Oh yeah, it was about here.
It was huge at the top, and I
Yes.
was like, is that going to come together? And then the ribbing went on, and it absolutely did, so.
No, it's very much, I can't wait to do another one of her patterns, because I think she's thought everything through and just trust the process. And boy, the thing about cables is, and it's the same with another cable I haven't finished yet, but is that I lose track. I don't count my rows. All those things I should be doing. And I lose track, and then I can't tell how many rows I've done from the cable. And then I like, is this look right? And it never looks right. It never looks like it's 10 rows. It looks like it's 8, or it might be 12, or it might be. So my new thing with my newfound love of bulb pins is when I do the cable, I put a little bulb pin in, and then I know where I've done my cable. So if I didn't count properly, because I forget to count or whatever, I need one of those nano counters, really, is what I need.
We need some of those.
And then I know where I was. So as long as I remember to do that, because I'm never sure if it's the right depth on the cable. I think they all are. Maybe not if somebody really investigates, but I think they are. So, but it does take you more time. Put the bulb pin or mark it or something, because otherwise you're just wasting time trying to work out where you are.
It's true.
But it's only my second cable knit, I think, and the first one isn't finished.
That is your test knit, right?
It was a test knit.
Test knit.
And now I'm a bit confused, because now the pattern's out and I still got the test pattern. So I've got to just do the test pattern. Can't swap over to the actual pattern, I don't think.
I mean, it probably isn't wildly different.
It's not wildly different.
I mean,
I'm on the sleeves, that's why.
Yeah.
I just need to do the sleeves. Which now I've done these sleeves, I can do those sleeves. Because I also have a new way of doing sleeves.
Oh,
well, not a new way, but a way that works for me, which is what I did on both. Not that one, but I did on the Ooey Gooey, and then I also finished this.
This is just full of finished projects.
Which is a Luma tee by Sarah Norlin in the Maryland, which I wanted to try, which is the linen wool
held
blend. Single,
yeah,
on its own, sport weight,
nice,
very lightweight.
Did she do a t-shirt version of this?
It's a t-shirt, but I lengthened the sleeves.
Yeah, but is that a different pattern?
It's
the original is a worsted weight.
This is the t-shirt pattern in a fingering sport, fingering stroke sport.
Yeah.
So no, so I, and then I adapted based on something I saw on Instagram, with a slightly longer sleeve and a little trim, and left the neck.
So like Susan went on vacation and finished 3 projects.
So I only had the sleeves to do on this when I went away, and I thought, well, I'll take that as a finishing project. And so doing the 2 sleeves at once is the key for me. Then I'm never left with 1 sleeve. So it's like I want to try.
But you're not doing 2 at a time sleeves.
No, I do.
You have 2 needles.
I have 2 sets of shorties, and I do all my decreases on one side, all my decreases on the other side, then knit to the length, then knit to the length, then put the trim on. So I did that in both this and the cardigan.
Okay.
And then I feel like I'm making progress and getting it done. You can try it for the fit, because when you've got some sleeve on, it always fits better around the yoke, top down.
It does, in fact. And
so I just feel I'm winning.
Yay!
And I don't got that pesky sleeve left over. Still got a sleeve to do. So I've found a renewed sense of I can get it done, get the sleeves done. And because it was Maryland.
Was anyone ever in doubt?
Because it was Maryland, just small balls, it just fit in my suitcase.
Yeah.
Because I only took 2 projects that were happening and 1 that was a maybe that didn't get started. So also learning how many projects I need to take, and so I can get something done. And I'm very pleased that I've got those done. And so I've cast on something new.
We're not on the
cast on yet. Okay. So those are
I went somewhere too, you know.
What?
I said I went somewhere too.
You went somewhere too.
You know.
Yes. Carmen did go somewhere. So what have you done?
So I went to Oregon to visit my mom.
Yeah.
Before we went to Seattle. And I went with New of Heidenhammer and her family.
Yes.
So it was her husband, and her 2 small children. And we had a fantastic time. Oregon is beautiful this time of year.
Yeah.
My mom lives on like a resort, so there are a variety of fitness centers with like pools that we could use. So the kids got to go swimming every day.
Which is a whole new thing for a British kid to experience that in the pool all day.
I got to help teach Eve how to dive into the pool. She had like one lesson in that. And then I disagreed with everything she had learned.
Yes.
I started over. I was like, no.
Because I think what people don't realize is pools, Canada's very hot in the summer as well. And we always had a pool in the backyard. My brother
we never had a pool, but Oregon is full of water. Like there's rivers, there's lakes, there's ocean, we were just in water all the time. And my mom is a little bit afraid of the water. She's not great in water. So she was really determined that my sister and I were good swimmers. So I went swimming lessons when I was a month old.
Oh, right.
Like she took me to baby swimming.
Yeah.
I was like a month old, maybe 2 months. So my first sport of choice was swimming.
I could see you being a swimmer.
And I was like 7 and 8 years old and I was competing against 13, 14-year-olds in swim meets.
I could see that.
And my original goal was to go to the 96 Olympics as a swimmer.
Oh, okay.
But then basketball and volleyball started up and I was tall. And so they were like, you have to play those.
Yes.
So I quit swimming. Anywho,
okay.
but I was a very, very good swimmer. So I also learned a lot about diving.
Yes.
Not from like a springboard, but like, you know.
Everyone learns to swim early and a lot of teenagers, by the time they're 15, 16, they're fully qualified lifeguards and they do that as a summer job.
And you learn how to jump and dive into the water properly because you're doing it in a lot of open water.
That's right. Yeah.
That is more dangerous.
Yeah.
So, those are my qualifications for teaching a child how to dive.
Yeah. Well, water safety is a big thing in North America.
Yeah. So we did that and that was really fun. And we went hat shopping. I should have brought my hats to show off.
I know, but we had a meeting before, so I did think about the hats. I thought we should wear our hats, but...
There's a wonderful hat shop in Sisters, Oregon called Sisters Hat Company, I think it is, run by this woman, small business, and she has fantastic, it's like a bespoke hat fitting service.
Yeah, and I wasn't there, but we had measured my head, and I knew which hat I wanted.
Tried on my hat from last year, and so...
And it fits.
It fits. And
unfortunately for New.
Yes, because New was like, if it doesn't fit Susan, I will keep it. But New bought 2 other hats, and I bought 2 hats, another straw hat, like a straight brimmed one. Yes. And then I have like a winter felt, not quite a cowboy hat. I'm really excited for that. I love a hat.
Yes, that's great. So it's not so sunny for my hat yet. I haven't worn it in town yet.
No, I was wearing mine the other day.
But I will wear it.
Wine.
Oh, right. Yes, well, if I'd come, I was going to wear it. But I didn't come.
So anyway, we did, the hats were a big theme of the trip. And then we drove up to Seattle and met you.
Yes, we met in Seattle on the Wednesday
Johnny
night.
and Anna from Garthenor. Yes. And then we met Max and Vincent, obviously, on Friday for booth setup.
Yes, but before that we met them.
We went to Bainbridge
Island
on Thursday. Of course we did.
On the ferry. And we were
so cute.
Yeah, it was really lovely.
Yeah.
Had coffee with one of our customers at our very lovely house.
Yes, she lives on Bainbridge and she offered to show us around.
Yeah.
And we met her adorable dogs.
New dogs.
Oh my God, I'm obsessed. Yeah. I'm absolutely obsessed.
Yeah.
I might be looking at where to get one.
Very rare, endangered.
So cute.
But very cute.
And I think Peaches needs a friend.
Yeah.
I don't think she thinks she needs a friend.
No, she likes a small friend.
She does like a small friend.
Yeah, but if I got one, that'd be 4 dogs then.
To find dog sitters for when we go off on knitting adventures.
Well, someone who loves dogs.
Someone who loves dogs. I'm sure we can find someone.
We can find somebody.
But Bainbridge is adorable.
Yes. And we then visited the bit of little town. Yeah. The 2 yarn shops, had a really good lunch.
Very nice lunch.
That was so nice.
Oh,
I can't remember. Boso? Something. Anyway.
I can't remember. It was very nice, like Asian fusion.
Delicious.
Really good. We had a really nice spicy margarita.
We did have a spicy margarita because it's spicy margarita weather out there.
Yeah.
And visited La Mercerie.
Yes.
And inspired by the beauty of her big, huge, large yarn shops.
Every time I go to a North American yarn shop, I'm just like, you have so much space. Just so much more square footage.
So much square footage.
Like, not in a million years could I afford an equal amount of square footage in this country.
Yeah.
It just wouldn't happen.
No. And then lamb and kid. It's
Yes.
all the colors
Also,
and all the samples.
so many
all
samples
the things
there.
we've seen on Instagram.
Yeah.
In person. That was amazing.
I think you and I are both drawn to like their use of color in their samples. They
inspired. I'm
Yeah.
inspired, so I've got a few plans.
Yeah, and we really got to chat with them this year,
yes.
and that was really nice getting to know them. They were really lovely, and and then we did flock over the weekend. So we set up on Friday.
Yeah.
And then
did it.
We're at the show Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah.
With our new labels and the new logo, and that was really nice to get feedback from customers.
And busy, and went really well.
Yeah, went really well.
Great show.
Yep. And we got to see a fair few retreat people.
Yes, which was great.
That was really lovely. And my favorite thing though was when we knew Beth was going to be there because she lives in Seattle.
Yes.
And then she was with Karen.
Yes.
Who I was like, I'm pretty sure you don't live on the West Coast.
No.
And then, because I didn't memorize where everyone lives, but Beth had recommended the Airbnb, so we knew she lived out there.
Yes.
And I was like, and then she was talking about some other people where they were and this, that, and the other. And I said, wow, you know where everybody is? And she goes, oh, you have no idea the connections that were made on the retreat.
Wonderful.
And I was like, my little heart was just full of, that was really nice.
The network and the friends.
The friendships that were made.
And the connections.
Yeah.
And still connected. And then people came in pairs and people that didn't know that the others were there and connected with the others. And Beth was on the merch stand, so she saw lots of people. And it just reminds you how building that community, the friends that were made on the retreat, the connectedness and all.
So you you plant the little seed and then it just kind of goes in its own direction.
They do their own thing. The people
and
they meet.
they're all coming back.
They are
next March, so we get to see them again.
We do. It's great,
and that's really fun. So I think that might have been my favorite moment actually of the weekend, which sounds maybe silly, but
no, it was lovely.
I really enjoyed that. And so. I just really enjoy vending at events.
I like events. I love meeting really the customers in that environment. Everyone's so happy. Everyone's
excited.
They're excited. They've got plans or they don't have plans and they just want to buy the yarn. And it was, I love the buzz. I love the
buzz
fullness and the buzz of it.
Yeah.
I really like that. It fills us up. It's tiring.
It is.
However, we still managed to get back, do some shopping, get some dinner, and have fun in the evenings. And
can we remember the name of the nice restaurant we went to on Sunday?
Monsoon. Yes.
We had been there for dinner last year, and we booked again. And we went with Max and Vincent.
And that was really
nice.
And
it was that was a good meal.
It was as good as last year.
Yes.
Even
better. Probably.
And it was still exactly the same, because we have done it before and it hasn't quite worked out.
Yeah, we had that at Rhinebeck last year. We booked a restaurant again and it just wasn't.
It was different. New owners. This was exactly the same. Buzzy atmosphere on a Sunday night. Gorgeous food. And then we looked around, it was about 9:30 and the place was empty and it was just us left. It's like, where did everyone go? But I guess they went home because they had to work on Monday. We were still, and then they took us to this cool place for ice cream.
Oh, that was
really good.
Tell everybody what ice cream you had, Susan.
I had ice cream. I had olive oil ice cream with strawberry basil pepper ice cream. Balsamic.
Yeah.
It was a split scoop, which is supposed to be one scoop split in two. But it was an extra large double for me.
Yeah,
but it was
delicious.
Ice cream. It was very delicious.
I've also never seen Susan so excited about anything. She was like, it's olive oil. It's fat on fat on fat. This is amazing.
Good fats.
She's very excited about the olive oil ice cream.
So I learned from that the next day when I went for ice cream down in the harbour, I had a kid's portion in a cup. And that was manageable.
Okay.
A blackberry was delicious.
I thoroughly enjoyed my split scoop. That was.
What did you have?
I now can't remember. I had the miso. No, I had the miso blondie one.
Yes.
And then I had.
You have peach Melba?
No, I thought I had something chocolatey. Pistachio-y. Oh, I can't remember now. Mine weren't quite as unusual.
Campfire? No.
No.
S'mores.
No, I didn't have the s'mores one.
Oh well.
I know I like a s'mores.
Yeah, no, but maybe
By
not
the way,
ice
that
cream.
chocolate bar that you brought me,
Yes.
so good.
Was it good?
So good.
Was it good?
I had to put it in the fridge when I got home because it melted in the car drive back.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it does taste like an entire s'more in a little bite. It's quite good. Yeah.
Well, the kettle crisp and chocolate one was very good.
Okay.
The one I gave new.
Yeah. Susan brought us a chocolate bar from Canada somewhere.
Well, no, they're Washington.
Oh, were they
Rainier chocolate.
Oh,
Rainier
okay.
chocolate,
Really
but it happened to be sold on the ferry. And they had all of these flavors, and because then Matthew went to that fancy shop, the nice grocery store, and they had more flavors there.
Oh,
so they bought more.
Okay,
that's why I wanted to go to that shop because I wanted to see the chocolate.
Oh, I see.
I've actually still got.
I wanted to go see the chocolate.
I didn't say that. So we know where it is. Well, maybe not be there. I've got a cherry one, Mount Rainier cherry chocolate from them.
I'm not a huge.
I'm not sure. Haven't tried
fruit
it yet.
And chocolate.
We could taste it.
We could instead of wine.
It's in the bag.
It was
happens to be in my bag still.
Yeah.
It's probably melted 5 times, but anyway. Yeah, no, it was very nice chocolate. It was on the ferry, and it was just like, oh, we'll just try that. But I'll try that.
The artwork on the wrappers is really pretty
it's
as well.
Small, small producer, I think. Well, maybe not. Maybe who knows? I'll read
it. Really, our travels are about food, and knitting, and seeing our friends, and wine. Yes,
and buying hats, and seeing friends and family.
Yeah. It was a good trip, though.
Great.
We both spent most of last week being a little like, has our brain landed back in our bodies?
A little tired. Yeah, I had 2 days of work. Yesterday was a little bit, no, not yesterday, Saturday. See, well, I can't even remember what day it is. It's Monday. I'm not normally at work on a Monday. Anyway, it was a bit getting through Saturday because it's so hot.
It's been very
so
hot. Here, yeah.
But it was busy, so it was good. The sleep. But I'm optimistic that by tomorrow I'm fine.
Excellent.
Although I'm being told it's 8 days, 8 hours, 8 days.
Thank you, Matthew.
Thank you, Matthew. And I went, well, not for me, it's not, but apparently it is. So I've got a few more days to go, but tomorrow should be fine tomorrow.
Yeah.
So you just take it. It comes with. In spite of, I got my upgrade. I think I had my best sleep last week on the plane, better than at home. So that's a bit weird, but yeah, it's just things going on. You're busy and you got things on. So it's always harder coming back, I think.
I always find going east harder and coming home because you're not as excited.
What? Coming this way?
Yeah.
Yeah, much more. And you know, when you go, you just do all the things. Like we just got in the van and drove and did all the things.
Yeah.
And waking up at 4 a.m, get up, drive, get to the place first, whatever. It works going that way. This way, it's a little trickier.
It is harder.
Yeah. So, but I'm almost there.
We're fine.
We're fine.
And we've come home and cast on new projects.
We have.
Yes. So should we talk about our whips?
Yes.
I get to go now.
You get to go first.
I didn't have.
What did you knit while you're away?
I mostly knit on a baby blanket, which I think I talked about last time, but I didn't show off because I was afraid of the person possibly watching. But her due date was like yesterday.
She might be busy.
And I don't think she's going to watch this, so I will show it off. I'm almost done.
Does. Oh, that's lovely.
So this is the baby blanket I'm working on. It is a Purl Soho pattern. I don't remember the name of it, and I can't look it up because my phone is being used to film this. It's garter stitch. It's just going to be a rectangle. The rest of this is going to be the white color. And I don't usually do this, but the pattern basically had this color palette.
Yes.
In their yarn.
So you just
I looked at it and I was like, I could do that in Origin. Yeah. And I actually think that this goes well for the recipient.
Yes.
Yes. So yeah, that was good plain knitting. Although it put me to sleep on the way back. I was trying to knit, and I was like, so I just went to bed.
Yeah. I'm thinking of doing one because there's a new baby.
Yeah.
Coming. So
that was travel knitting. This was an excellent travel project because it really was just back and forth, and I could just pick up a row here and there.
Yeah, not so much knit.
Which I have decided is the only thing I can take on trips with me. It's something I can knit
blankets,
a simple row on.
Yes.
Not that I have to concentrate.
No.
Because there's just too many people, there's too much stuff to do.
Yeah.
Too many other things to think about.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And then The other thing I'm working on, and then you can show something, and then I'll do my whip, or my new cast on, is this is the Samantha Guerin vest that I have been doing. I've made a ton of progress. I got to the body and then. So this is the True Veil vest. And that is basically the color scheme I'm doing. So the chocolate brown with a hot pink. This is designed in Prado de Lana yarn, and I'm using Prado de Lana yarn from our friend Amanda in the States because I'm working her booth at Rhinebeck. So I need something to wear.
Yes.
So this will be my wear on the booth.
So you're in the round stage.
I'm in the round.
Yeah. And then
so again, I can just like
color.
So she does say, I had to read this a couple times, to start the color work like only 3 centimeters after the armhole, and I looked at that and I was like, no. So I have to go a bit further.
Have you tried it on?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing with a vest. Top down, you can just do it.
Yeah. I mean, that is also the thing about having a larger bust.
Yeah.
Like that only gets you doesn't get you over the boob.
No, and you don't want
and I
those
would like
zigzags
the stripes under the boob.
You want them under, definitely.
I actually, part of the reason I stopped there is I thought, should I put some darts in?
Yes.
I might put a little dart.
Right.
That might actually make it go better.
So some consultation perhaps required.
Yeah. So.
Well, that would work.
Yeah.
Yeah. Make it nice and fitted.
What else do you have?
Well, as you may know, we're starting a KAL.
We are starting a knit along. Yes.
Knit along, and I have a funny feeling it's going to become a Nordic bloom knit along. Looking at
I'm not knitting a Nordic bloom.
People's orders. So I've cast on. I made the Nordic bloom by Caitlin Hunter. It's all
the vest.
The knit along is Caitlin Hunter patterns.
Yeah.
We've made some suggestions, but you're not. If you join, you're not wedded to that. You can choose anyone at all that you want.
Yes, we do have kits just so it's a bit easier for you to choose.
Yeah.
If you're not sure, but you can choose any of Caitlin Hunter's patterns, like her entire catalog. You could do a hat, you could do a shawl, whatever.
Anything. And I love her color work patterns. So I did the Nordic bloom when it first came out in the Finnish Knits magazine, of which we have one left, if anybody's interested. And so this time I decided to do the cardigan, and I'm doing it in Origin Cascade Sunset. So I've just cast on my rib, starting my rib. I've gone down a needle size on the body and the rib. And I'm going to do Spin Cycle Next Level, our custom colorway for the flowers. So nice. I'm going to do blue leaves with pink flowers.
Do you want to tell people why you've chosen a worsted weight yarn? Because they're going to look at the pattern and go, that says bulky weight.
Because I did it the first time in Shelter, which is worsted, DK.
I think she even uses a worsted weight. Caitlin tends to have a slightly funny gauge.
Interesting gauge.
Yeah. Not funny. That's probably the wrong word.
Interesting gauge.
It can be a bit unusual.
Yeah. So
always swatch.
Always swatch
for a
on a
pattern.
I did the vest in Shelter, and I thought it was bang on gauge, but my swatch lied. But then it fits fine.
It does fit you great.
So I did swatch. She calls for a 5.5, and I thought, well, that's a bit big for the Origin.
Yep.
But I did swatch on a 5.5 to just see. And so what I did was a full size swatch, and I decided, and you looked at it as well, and it's a bit floppy, and it's just too drapey. So I went down to a 5 and did a speed swatch on a 5, which is a smaller swatch in my book, and thought that's perfect. So I'm going to do the whole thing on a 5, and because I went down from 5.5 to a 5, I also went down on the ribbing because I'm known for wide and floppy ribs.
She is. Yes.
And I can't read that. Well, what size does that say? So instead of
375.
Yeah. So instead of doing a 4, I know I don't. I will. Instead of doing a 4 millimeter for the ribbing, I'm doing a 3.75 because my decision now is to go down. But I cast on with a 3.5 millimeter and did my setup rounds, and then I swap over because I've got the set. I've even got extra tips, starting a double set collection. My poor Chiagu twists are like lonely over here.
Oh,
But
poor chug.
they're
I'm
very-
still using mine. I mean, I've got both.
I might have to sell those. So
You'll
yeah,
need them at some point.
I'll need them. I will need them. You're right. I'll never sell them. And so I'm got this is a 6.5 centimeters of ribbing, which I'm going to do as is because I like it suits a chunky rib. And then I've got 4, so I've got 2.5, and then I'm going to be into the color work, which will be really fun. And the steek, again, it's steeked. And I would do this on the Ooey Gooey if I was doing it again, and I kind of meant to do it, but I didn't trust my confidence. I didn't trust my knitting, as it were. She doesn't start the steek until the color work starts, which makes a lot of sense because you can still pick up the ribbing stitches when you're doing your band, but you haven't got a bit of steek peeking out and hanging over. So and I remembered this, but I kind of just didn't trust my ability. So that makes sense. Start the steek at the color work, and she finishes it at the V, before the V, and then you put the V on. So you never have the peeky out steek thing going on, and it just goes back and lies there happily. Well, certainly in the shelter it did. So it will in this as well. So I'm a big fan of the steek now as well.
Excellent.
So that's fun, and that will cover all of this in the knit along, the tubular bind on, the steek, and it's not okay. You're cutting your stitches. It's not that scary. If you set up with your crochet or you sew it or do, in the case of my Ooey Gooey, I did both because I wanted the belt and braces, and I sewed it after I'd crocheted it, and it looks fine.
It's fine.
And it's quite fun, actually. There's something quite satisfying about going up those stitches and the thing just...
And then you have a cardigan.
Yeah. Very exciting. So that's my new favorite way of making a cardigan. So lots of patterns out there that could be modified without too much going on. And so I'm very excited for this, and I have a few other things planned, but they're not on the needles yet. So I like to have a few things on the go. I think this will be a quick knit.
Is that the only thing you have on the needles that you brought?
Yes, because it's kind of the only thing I have. Well, I have got
one more thing.
No, I have some other whips, but I didn't want to carry it all around today, so I didn't come to the shop first, which I should have done. But
I cast on my salmon.
Oh yes.
So we've had a sort of impromptu fish knit along going with a bunch of people in our knit night.
And it's Caitlin Hunter. So you're good.
And it's, well, shelter's last hurrah.
I love this. Which color was that? Flannel.
It's faded quilt.
Faded quilt.
Yeah.
That's really nice.
With Old World.
Oh, so nice.
So
that
is my salmon. I've basically done what Caitlin did in her original, which was light green with dark green. I've gone light blue with dark blue.
That's going to be so nice.
I am using 2 strands of loft held together for the fish because I didn't have Old World in the shelter.
That's what I did. It worked out fine.
Yeah, but she does write a great pattern. It's very easy to follow. The chart is easy to follow. There's sort of like one stitch hanging in the chart, and I can see why everybody is a bit confused, but it doesn't make any sense if you don't have that stitch as soon as you start knitting.
Yeah, and if you read the pattern.
Yes, always read the pattern, people, and always trust the pattern.
Don't forget the stitch on the edge.
Yeah.
She actually tells you not to forget it.
Yeah.
So if you read it, it's there. And I got caught out a little bit, and I went back and read the pattern, and I said, okay, that's got to be in there for the halibut, so then I knew it had to be in there for the salmon.
Yeah, so...
It's part of the chart, so it's there.
It is part of the chart. Yeah, and I've just been really enjoying this. I am using, for those of you not familiar, I really like I've heard these called a Norwegian thimble, but then I know someone from Norway who was like, I don't know why they're called that. But it's a ring that I put on my finger that I can put my yarn through. You can put 4 different threads through. And because I knit continental style, that just means that I get to pick both. And I don't have to worry about which color dominance because they're always in the same spot.
Yeah.
And that is my preferred color work method. I'm not the world's best color worker, but this I have found works best
Helps
for me.
with your left-handedness and your knitting. I throw my mane and pick my color. So
that's
it's
what
always
I used to
in
do.
the right place.
I'm just so slow at throwing.
Yeah. Well,
with
I'm
my
slow
right
at picking,
hand.
but that's how I've taught myself to do that.
Yeah.
And that works for me. I always know it's in the right place.
Yeah.
So I was explaining that to a customer who's going to do the Nordic bloom.
Nice.
Never done color work. So that'll be another topic we cover.
So if you
early on,
want to join us for the knit along,
yeah.
tickets are available on the website now. We're starting September 1st, but even if you join us like after that, that's totally fine.
That's fine.
We're meeting every Monday night at 8 p.m. You and Helen are hosting it.
There'll be lots of techniques, lots of teaching, lots of links.
We're going until October 27th, so it's 9 weeks.
Yeah, and we have a WhatsApp group, so we'll get more, hopefully more chat going, maybe, or maybe not, doesn't matter. But, and you can opt in or opt out, it's up to you.
Yeah.
Just that's more accessible for me than Facebook, really.
Yeah.
So I've never really used it. So.
No.
So the WhatsApp we can answer quickly and get your queries resolved. So you can
so it should be good fun.
It should be fun. Looking forward to it.
Yeah, and I'm doing the salmon, and then I also have an easy V that I plan on casting on.
Yes.
Having a little cast on.
And I'm going to cast on
Soldotna.
I can never say it. I've got a tongue tied on that one. I'm also casting on a Soldotna in Opus, Next Level, and Fluff.
Yes, you've got a great color combo for that.
And the color combo is going to be fun.
That's such a good pattern too. I remember when that first came out.
Yeah.
Actually, I distinctly remember when that first came out because I didn't know it was coming out, and we were exhibiting at EYF.
Oh, okay.
And we had House of Alamode DK on the booth, which is what it was designed in.
So that
and we were like setting up and at the show, so I totally wasn't on Instagram, didn't have any clue, and all of these Americans were just bombarding the booth looking for yarn for this, and I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. I know. And I ended up absolutely like tucked into the corner, surrounded by like 6 people. There's yarn everywhere. We were picking colors. And there's actually a photo of this because that was also the first time I met Max and Vincent in person.
Okay.
We'd been like, Vincent had become friends online, and they were like, well, we're going to be there. We'll come see you.
Okay.
And they came by the booth in the middle of this madness, and Vincent grabbed a photo, and I'm really just like, you weren't here for EYF.
Well, that was a good show then.
Yeah, EYF was
I've heard
utter madness.
Chaos.
But also that is why that pattern is
so
burned
ingrained
into my brain.
Well, I think it's good to go into the archive a little bit and not just try and knit the au courant, because I think they are nice patterns. And you showed me the little child's one the other day as well, which I didn't know existed.
Yep.
And I'm also looking, and I'm obsessed with this, and I'm really obsessed with it, is the Halo.
Oh, I don't know that one off the top of my head.
The one with the easy V bobbles and the lace work in Officer.
Yeah.
That's the one that's been on my mind too much.
Okay.
So, you know, how you become obsessed with something you think you might want to do. So that's 4 Caitlin Hunters I've got on my brain, and I'll aim to get a few of them done for October.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
And I mean, I think back to like the archive thing, I think sometimes we forget that there's great patterns out there.
Yeah.
And we don't always have to do new.
No,
for the sake of new.
No, and you don't have to put pressure on to do the latest thing, and just do what you like.
Well, and also you can reimagine a design in
absolutely.
You know, like that Soldotna was in like a very speckled hand-dyed yarn originally. You are going to use a spin cycle and some solid colors and some fluff.
Yes.
And
texture.
That is like the best part of knitting, right? Is you get to like
create
your own
garment. Yeah.
However you want.
Yeah.
So
I'm excited about that one. I'm going to cast that one on, and I've got one other one. It's not Caitlin Hunter, just to have a whole color work thing going to keep me really happy. And
Susan's gonna be sitting here
so
like,
when
one row here,
when
one
I'm
row
on
on
the
this one.
boring bits in one, I've got color work in another one, and when I'm in that one, and then I've got to go back to finish my cable one as well. So there's plenty
Yes.
to go at.
Well, we've got some deadlines.
We do.
So we've got a September retreat. You're not coming on that one,
No.
but I would quite like to be done with the yolk of the salmon.
Oh, you will
for
be.
that,
That'll
and then
go
I can
fast.
just again.
Although you've got
I
a few
just
things
need,
on.
Yeah, but then I'm just into. I need
Yeah.
lots of things where I'm just on the body.
Yes.
Actually, I might save my vest bust starts for that because Amanda will
be there,
and
yeah.
then I
You
can
fit
I can
it,
bust those
get
out
it-
and
get it
it'll be
fitted.
good.
Yes.
And then we are going to a Woolen Affair.
Yes.
In
So
October.
another long flight.
Yes.
Well, not very long. Not compared to the West Coast back, but yeah.
Yeah, it was like 10 hours there. I did do some good knitting on the way out, but
Yes.
and then yeah. What else do we have? We've got a November retreat and Make Joy.
And Make Joy.
Train trip.
A little train trip.
Yeah.
I've got some travels planned, a
got-
couple of weeks
yep.
here and there. So holiday knitting, I always get lots done when
Yeah.
I'm on holidays. And no van trips there. Well, there'll be van trips next year, but not this year. Camper van trips. But yeah, there's lots of time looking there to do things. when
Yeah,
we're not
which is
doing
really
all the other
exciting.
things. So yeah, all looking good.
Yeah. But I think that's everything from us today.
Yeah, and I'm going to try and take all the notes, put them on Ravelry, and
Let's see if she does that.
let's see if we do that.
Join the KAL. She'll tell you everything there.
Keep track of sizes and yarn. I
Did
promise.
Did you weigh the Cascade Sunset before you casted them?
No, you said 2.
I did say that.
I know. Okay, I'll weigh it now
So,
and add a bit.
well, because you're using
Yeah, because I'm using
leftovers.
a stash
Yeah.
of my a yarn story yarns, so I need to be more accurate. You're right. I will
Yeah.
do that. Yes.
So
Yes, I get my scales out. I've got scales. I'll weigh it,
Yeah.
and I just got excited and cast it on. Of course.
Never happened to any of us before.
No.
Did it?
No, and I need to weigh the Zephyr just to know how much yarn.
Yeah, because
Which
that was
is
like 3 and a bit.
something. Yeah.
Yeah. Cables eat up yarn.
They do 3.5, I think. But
Yeah.
yeah, I'll do that. I will do my homework. Don't worry. When I'm not knitting, or when I'm knitting, multitasking.
All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
And we will be back with more whips and more cast-ons, probably.
More cast-ons and more maybe tips and tricks and techniques
Yeah, definitely.
with the KAL.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely.
So we'll see you soon. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.